The First Intifada, 1987 to 1993, a Palestinian uprising against Israeli occupation, was in full swing by March 1988. On March 2, 1988, protests, strikes, and clashes between Palestinians and Israeli forces were likely occurring across the West Bank and Gaza Strip. March 2, 1956, Morocco gained independence from France, ending decades of colonial rule. March 2, in 1983, compact discs, CDs, and players were released in the United States and other markets, revolutionizing the music industry. In the lead-up to Ghana's independence, March 6, 1957, March 2 would have been part of the final days of preparation and celebration under Kwame Nkrumah's leadership. During the Second Intifada, 2000 to 2005, violence escalated significantly between Palestinians and Israelis. On March 2, 2001, there may have been incidents such as suicide bombings, military operations, or civilian casualties as part of the ongoing conflict. In the 20th century, New Zealand underwent significant social, economic, and political changes. March 2 often falls within periods of legislative activity, elections, or national milestones. March 2, in 1933, the film King Kong premiered. King Kong is widely regarded as one of the most influential films of all time, pioneering special effects techniques and setting new standards for adventure storytelling. On March 2, 1863, the United States of Colombia was officially established, replacing the earlier federation known as the Granadine Confederation. The official founding of the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, occurred in May 1981. March 2, 1981, fell within the preparatory phase for this regional alliance. In Ethiopia, the celebration of traditional festivals or historical anniversaries often occurs during this time of year. On March 2, 1930, Richard Bedford Bennett was sworn in as the 11th Prime Minister of Canada, succeeding William Lyon Mackenzie King. On March 2, 1496, Christopher Columbus and his fleet set sail from La Isabela, in present-day Dominican Republic, to return to Spain after completing his second voyage to the Americas. On March 2, 1957, leaders of Colombia's two dominant political parties, the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party, formally announced the creation of the National Front, Frente Nacional. On March 2, 2005, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum became the ruler of Dubai. On March 2, 1972, the newly formed United Arab Emirates was in the process of consolidating its federation after the historic unification of 6 emirates on December 2, 1971. In Senegal, March is associated with commemorations of the abolition of slavery and other human rights milestones. On March 2, 1903, Shigeru Yoshida, one of Japan's most influential post-World War II prime ministers, was born. On March 2, 1985, General Muhammad Zia-ul-Haq, the military dictator of Pakistan, continued consolidating his power after imposing martial law in 1977. World War II. On 2 March, in 1943, the Battle of the Bismarck Sea began. March 2, 1923, the Halibut Treaty between Canada and the United States was signed, marking the first time Canada negotiated a treaty independently of Britain. On 2 March in 1930, the D.H. Lawrence English novelist died. Mikhail Gorbachev, the influential Soviet politician and reformer, was born on March 2, 1931, in Privolnoye, a small village in the Stavropol Krai region of the Soviet Union. On March 2, 1955, Juscelino Kubitschek was officially declared the president-elect of Brazil after winning the presidential election. On March 2, 1831, Emperor Pedro I of Brazil abdicated the throne in favor of his son, Pedro II, who was only 5 years old at the time. On March 2, 1991, Rajiv Gandhi resigned as the president of the Indian National Congress Party. During World War II, March 2, 1942, fell within the early stages of Japan's military campaigns in the Pacific. Japan had already achieved significant victories, including the attack on Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941, and the capture of territories. On March 2, 1982, Goa was officially declared a full-fledged state of India under the provisions of the Constitution, 12th Amendment, Act, 1982. On March 2, in 1944, during World War II, Estonia was under German occupation following the initial Soviet annexation in 1940.